This is Call of Duty 2 Back to Fronts mod with a mix of RTGI, which essentially is reshade ray tracing, and fake tracing, my own personal reshade concoction that sort of emulates what ray tracing does. If you don't know about fake tracing, I have a video talking about in the description, but for the most part, I'm using here on Call of Duty 2 and it has a rather interesting effect. Now I'm using this on a 1660 Super, so I might not be taking advantage of the full ray tracing capabilities. But I mostly did this as an experiment. I wasn't really expecting to get the best results, and I don't think I am here, but just to show you, this is what the game looks like with all these effects. Off, on. This is on right now. This is off. On, off. Here's on again, and here's off. Just to give you an idea of what it all does. Now, right now, this is a work in progress. Right now, I am in the process of configuring RTGI and getting certain things like the MXA to work properly. As you can see, it's very dark in here. That's actually due to the fact that this is Back to Fronts, which is a mod for Call of Duty 2. It uses different brightness levels instead of as opposed to Call of Duty 2's own sort of brightness. I've noticed that this is a custom level that it adds, so it uses different brightness levels. And my reshade preset that I made for Call of Duty 2 was toned to Call of Duty 2's brightness, so everything works together along that. It was not toned for Back to Front's brightness, so you end up getting a lot of dark and just a lot of darker areas. You can still see inside here, but it is very dark, darker than you might like. But in brighter areas where you can actually see things, it does do a lot. It helps a lot with the just with the lighting in general, and it gets rid of that sort of grayness that it has and adds a lot more to the color. The effects I'm using in total are SMAA for anti-aliasing purposes, MXAO of course for shading, Magic HDR of course to get the best lighting for the lighting, and RTGI, which again running on 1660 Super is kind of weird, but it does help out quite a bit and does sort of reach those spots that MXAO can't really reach. So he doesn't do too much for the trees in the back or for the grass itself. Games and looking online, seeing what the best presets are. But for now, that wraps up this little video. Just sort of heads up as to what I've been doing. I do want to try RTGI on other games like Black Ops and Bioshock Infinite, but for now, I've just started with Call of Duty 2, and I'm going to work my way through. I do want to try and get a really good preset for Call of Duty 2. So like, see, in here, it works really well. It adds a lot. It makes the lighting look so much better, and as well as the shadows and the anti-aliasing. Here it's a little dark, we can still see, but I can understand if the darkness is a turn off for a lot of people. I mean, it's really dark. Again, that's just Back to Fronts being Back to Back to Fronts being Back to Fronts. It's not the fault of the developers. They weren't making Back to Fronts with the idea that I'm going to use reshade, let alone a reshade preset that was made for Call of Duty 2. But yeah, just a little what is it? A heads up video, I guess. I might make more detailed videos on RGTI in the future, especially with the idea of running on 1660 Super. It works, but certain things like reflections and whatnot aren't exactly working too well. I may have the wrong RTGI. I do have to look more on the website, but again, I'm fairly new to this whole thing. So yeah, in the future we'll see how this goes pretty much.